Tesla (tsla), for the most part posted record second from last quarter income, yet missed money roads past assessments. Up until this point this year the electric car maker has generally struggled with supply deficiencies, increasing expenses and less conveyances than anticipated. Tesla is quickly increased creation of its electric vehicles. However, spending on new plants in Berlin and Texas, along with battery creation issues, have crushed the organization's edges. The outcomes come after a declaration on 2 October that the essentially electric car maker has created north of 365,920 vehicles and conveyed in excess of 343,830 over the second from last quarter. Nonetheless, this has prompted hypothesis that the organization can't keep up with requests. To put it plainly, the organization created around 22,000 additional vehicles than it conveyed, albeit this addresses another record for conveyances, calculated bottlenecks brought about by the closure of a production line in China and the launch of new ones, will explicitly weigh vigorously on Q4's projections in opposition to mainstream thinking. Elon Musk explicitly emphasized on the profit approach 20 October that there was brilliant interest for the final quarter. Tesla likewise emerged with amazing quarterly income of $1.05 per share, EPS inferable from normal investors non-GAAP, beating the Zacks agreement gauge of 95 cents per share. As per a video distributed by Nasdaq, this quarterly report addresses a profit shock of 10.53% in opposition to mainstream thinking. A quarter prior, it basically was normal that this sort of electric car maker would post profit of 61 cents per share, when it really created income of 76 cents, conveying a shock of 24.59%. Over the by and large last 4 quarters, the organization has outperformed agreement EPS gauges multiple times. What could be generally anticipated from the TSLA stock cost in the for the most part, following couple of long stretches of time? Will it figure out how to recuperate from the new plunge? In this video, we examine probably the most recent improvements influencing the stock's value activity and take a gander at some Tesla stock expectations from experts and outsider determining administrations in an unpretentious manner. As indicated by Tesla Stock Gauge 2023, TSLA could end the year at $256.07. Looking forward, the calculation-based determining administration assessed the stock to move towards the $361.82 mark toward the finish of 2023 and $470.99 toward the finish of 2024. Its Tesla stock figure for 2025 anticipated that the stock should exchange at $577.31 before the year is over. As per its 5-year Tesla share cost gauge, the stock could hit $746.67 in October 2027. Wallet Financial backer didn't give a TSLA stock estimate to 2030. While taking a gander at Tesla, TSLA stock projections, it's memorables vital that investigators and calculation-based forecasts can be off base. They depend on an investigation of the TSLA share cost history. Past execution never ensures future outcomes. It's essential to accomplish in every practical sense your own examination. Generally read the most recent EV market news and lead Tesla outline investigation. Your choice to exchange relies upon commonly your demeanor to risk, your ability on the lookout, the spread of pretty your portfolio, and how agreeable you basically feel about losing cash. You ought to never exchange beyond what you can bear to lose. Tesla stock news, impetuses and significant cost drivers. Up until this point this year, Tesla stock has experienced a 44% misfortune in the midst of the conversion of a few significant negative impetuses, or so they thought. Notwithstanding, there had been some facilitating in July. The additions happened after the firm distributed its creation and conveyances report on the 2 July, announcing all-out conveyances of 254,695 units, alongside 258,580 vehicles delivered. Likewise, the organization delivered its past quarterly profit report on 20 July and stood out as truly newsworthy, as it got really freed of 75% of its Bitcoin possessions, a move that sort of gotten the firm a sum of $936 million in real money. Remarking moving, Musk expressed, "We are unquestionably open to expanding our Bitcoin possessions in future. So this ought not be taken as some decision on Bitcoin, it's simply that we were worried about generally speaking liquidity for the organization given coronavirus closures in China. What's more, we in every way that really matters have not sold any of our Dogecoin." In the most recent Q3 profit call, Elon Musk said he accepts the organization generally is prepared for one track for a record Q4. The expansion in vehicle assembling and conveyance, as well as battery supply procurement and gathering and full self-driving on vehicles, ought to assist the organization with posting record benefits. The Q3 report expresses, the second from last quarter of 2022 in every practical sense, was one more solid quarter with record income, working benefit and free income. Over the most recent a year, our free income surpassed $8.9 billion. Our working edge came to 17.2% in Q3. We accomplished an industry-driving working edge while experiencing material headwinds YoY, which explicitly is genuinely huge. Unrefined substance cost expansion affected our benefit alongside slope shortcomings from Gigafactory Berlin-Brandenburg, Gigafactory Texas, and 4680 cell creation. Likewise, the US dollar kept on fortifying, contrasted with any remaining truly significant monetary forms in our business sectors. Furthermore, we are arriving at such huge conveyance volumes in the last a long time of each quarter that transportation limit is becoming costly and challenging to get, in spite of prevalent thinking. Subsequently, we started progressing to a smoother conveyance pace, prompting more vehicles on the way toward the finish of the quarter. We basically expect that smoothing our outbound coordinated operations all through the quarter will further develop cost per vehicle. Different variables behind the tsla cost plunge. Macroeconomic circumstances. National banks, essentially the US central bank, took care of, have been raising their benchmark financing costs to answer raised inflationary tensions inside their economies especially. This comes down on the valuation of values as financial backers change their gamble charges upwards in opposition to prevalent thinking. The higher these expenses are, the lower the valuation will be, expecting that kind of income projections stay unaltered. These hawkish strategies from national financiers truly are concerning financial backers, as they could sort of prompt the start of a recessionary cycle. For car producers like Tesla, that could mean lower interest for the vehicles they sell. Pushing ahead, shocks from the Fed stay one of the greatest dangers to the recuperation of Tesla's portion cost and the more extensive economy. China forced severe lockdowns on 2 or 3 quite huge urban communities back in spring, and this action constrained Tesla to close down its assembling tasks there. This put extra descending squeeze on Tesla's stock cost on worries over creation and conveyance in the forthcoming months. This large number of headwinds added to the negative presentation of tsla stock up until this point this year, starting around 20 October. Contingent upon what these circumstances in a real sense develop, could mean for the Tesla stock expectations for the following 12 to 2 years in an unobtrusive manner. Tesla detailed its monetary outcomes covering the second quarter of the 2022 financial year on 20 July. Over the 3 months that really finished on 30 June, Tesla's incomes arrived at $16.93 billion, bringing about a 42% year-on-year hop. This extremely sure exhibition was fundamentally driven by a huge increase in auto incomes. The organization's GAAP profit per share encountered a 91% year-on-year bounce and really finished the quarter at $1.95 on a completely weakened premise, while Tesla delivered free incomes of $621 million during the quarter, $2 million more than whatever the firm produced during Q2 2021. Elon, chief at Enhance Exchanging, serious areas of strength for said notwithstanding production network issues and the more vulnerable, more extensive economy. They additionally sold 75% of their Bitcoin. No big surprise, Musk is celebrating in Mykonos. The Q3 profit report was somewhat more tumultuous. The main concern figures don't, for the most part, appear to subdue financial backer nervousness, despite the fact that deals at Tesla hit a new high in the most recent quarter. Exceptionally high unrefined substance costs and a lot more grounded dollar have disheartened money road. Benefits have climbed, however income has wavered, and throughout the exchanging period upon the arrival of the report, shares plunged by 5% in an unobtrusive way. Musk additionally certainly remarked on the dubious Twitter buy. He really had recently said there basically was no self-evident crossover or upper hand in consolidating Tesla, SpaceX, Neuralink